Follower is worth more than, just a random inquiry or a message. Once they are following you, they're going to see the rest of your post. Okay, if somebody's getting married in, let's say, 2025, they're already following you, they're already watching your post. So once the decor planning comes into their head, they're immediately going for you. Or if let's say if somebody doesn't even have an event going on and something comes up within the next 2 to 3 months, they already follow this page, they know where to go. So you also have to play the long-term game as well. So that's the brilliant thing about the profile visits, is you can get some immediate sales as well while nurturing the future ones as well. What's going on, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to use your social profiles as a lead generating machine, how to convert your social profiles to get those leads for your business. So let's start right away, and I'm going to give you a quick example of one of our clients at New Trends, and we're just going to be using this example for this video, and how we turned their profile into a lead generating machine. Like, their inbox is full of leads only. It's not full of spam, it's not full of people just selling their services. It's full of interested people who want to book a call with the owner for an event. So I'll be talking what we did with this specific page. Now keep in mind, how we do things is, whenever we have a page or a specific niche, we work on strategies for that specific niche. We mainly only work with service-based businesses. We have certain niches within that too. And one more thing I want to mention before starting is, and this is what we do, is step one is always researching on the market. What is your competitor doing? What has been working for them? What has not been working for them? Is there a gap you could fill? Ask all of the right questions for yourself first. All right, when we first got this page, it was not active at all. Like, they were posting, I would say, once, twice every 2 to 3 or 4 months, which is not good at all. So the first step is just to get active on your social profiles. That is only how you can appear on other people's feeds. All right, so let's say we recorded this reel, and I'll play the sound as well. Yeah. So as you can see, this reel is very high quality, looks beautiful. Everything is on point in this video. And this is something you could advertise and potentially get viewers right away. One thing about advertising is you could have the perfect demographic, perfect English, perfect campaign setup, but if the ad creative is not good, it's not going to work. So your first step is to get a solid ad creative. For them, you don't really need like a talking head video where you kind of talk about the service. As a decor company, you just need to showcase what you've already made, or showcase the behind the scenes of what you've already made. Because some companies, you only gotta have to show the process, and some companies you have to build a trust of, talking about your service and what you guys do differently. So you have to make sure you know the category you are in. I usually recommend doing a diverse approach. Make sure you hit all the targets to see which one performs the best. So in this case, aesthetic videos performs the best because by logic, it's an event company, a decor company. So we want to make sure we pay more attention to the decor part of things, which comes into the aesthetic category. All right, so let's say we pick this reel and we promote it. Let's just do a simple Instagram boost. That is our simple base strategy to start with. Of course, we're going to use Ads Manager. We're going to use more detailed targeting, but we want to see how Instagram Boost works. So you're going to take that reel and promote it on Instagram Boost. So their limited market is Houston. We're going to select Houston as our market, select the age range. And so when selecting the age range, you got to understand your market first. So for a decor company, you're not going to be targeting 18, 19, 20-year-old because they're most likely not going to be buying the decor services. You need to be targeting anywhere from between 22 to all the way to up to 56. I think this is the market you will capitalize the most audience in. And of course, by the time you have more data, after you've run the campaign for at least 2 weeks, you see that you have more 22 to 32-year-olds messaging you. You only limit the market to them, because the rest of them aren't really messaging you. So don't waste your ad spend to those people. Only target the people who are around 22 to 32 if those are the people that are messaging you. So data is super important when it comes to campaigns. So just to start with, we targeted 22 to 56 just to kind of keep it diverse. And one more thing that people make a big mistake of is they will try to niche it down so much, like on their Ads Manager or on their Instagram Boost. They will specify the ad so much that it doesn't have enough data to actually go within those boundaries to find the specific target customer that might actually message you and become a potential sale. So yeah, give Instagram Boost, Ads Manager, whatever advertising platform of your choice is, enough wiggle room to kind of go out of your boundaries to find the right people. So once you've decided your target market, if it's multiple cities, if it's one city, and your target range, you can add some interest in behaviors. Like for their example, we'll just add something like weddings or bride. Again, we only want to use 1 to 4. We don't want to use super specific, go into super details, because the more details you add, remember, the more Instagram will struggle, especially in the initial stages, because you're not giving it enough wiggle room. Just to repeat that, because it's important. So let's say we boosted this, and then we're going to set the ad campaign to profile visits. We don't want messages directly. We don't want them going to our website or anything. No, we just want them to bring them to Instagram page. We want followers, and this followers that are local to our city. Why do we want followers and not just messages or website clicks? Because follower is worth more than, just a random inquiry or a message. Once they are following you, they're going to see the rest of your post. Okay, if somebody's getting married in, let's say, 2025, they're already following you, they're already watching your post. So once the decor planning comes into their head, they're immediately going for you. Or if let's say if somebody doesn't even have an event going on and something comes up within the next 2 to 3 months, they already follow this page, they know where to go. So you also have to play the long-term game as well. So that's the brilliant thing about the profile visits, is you can get some immediate sales as well while nurturing the future ones as well. All right, so as soon as this is boosted, you will start getting followers within perhaps the same day, perhaps within 2 to 3 weeks. One more thing I want to mention is the ad spend. Make sure you're spending enough to actually get the data you need. Spend at least $10 to $20 per day to actually make a difference when it comes to ads. Make sure you're spending enough. Make sure you're not just putting like $4 or something like that per day, because you're not really giving these platforms enough input to receive a decent output. So in our case, we were pretty confident with this ad. We went with this, we promoted this, and we started getting those followers. So once we start getting those followers, we message them. Your aim should be to message them immediately, like I would say 3 to 5 minutes after. But just send them a starter message. It doesn't really matter in my case that even if you were like a day late or 2 days late, just message them and send a generic message. It doesn't need to be super salesy, just a generic message that you actually care about them. Something like, hey name, appreciate the follow, curious to know if you have any events coming up. Like, this is a perfect tagline. You start a conversation, you ask the question, and if they do have an event coming up, they'll be like, yeah, I actually do have an event coming up in 3 to 4 weeks. It's my sister's, blah, 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 blah. And then after that, you continue with the script, you message them, and your end goal should be, of course, getting a booked meeting by the end of the call. And after that, the client's team is going to take care of the sales, and hopefully they close a lot of these, because we'll be giving them a lot of these. So I'll show you some examples. This is our software that we use to kind of track all of the conversations. So for example, we have an under section over here we've been taking care of. As you can see, a lot of them are from today: 112, 108, 107, 1245, 1207, and we haven't responded to a lot of them. So there's that. So for example, we had a conversation over here. This one wants a breakdown for a quote, of course. And then over here, we already sent them. They want to do, can we do it in the evening? So let me see if I can find a good opening message, because it does kind of wedding in 2025. Over here, we actually have some. So sometimes we ask for just screenshots of them booking a meeting. Scheduled for 10:30 a.m. As you can see over here, like, there are a lot of book calls. Scheduled for 10:30 a.m. Okay, next week sounds good. A lot of people are interested and they book all the time. A lot of people you have to kind of wiggle through, because most of them just want a quote or just want to get on a quick phone call. So of course, if we're getting a lot of these, if we're sending like 10 to 20 DMs a day, that's pretty good numbers, and you can easily get a couple of sales out of these if you have the right strategies set in place. So this strategy is very powerful when it comes to getting leads right now. Messaging people who are already following you. Imagine having a following of 5,000 people and all of them are your ideal customers. That is way more impressive than having 100,000 followers of random people. And we'll get to that in another day of why the follower count doesn't matter for a business. But in this specific case, this was a strategy I wanted to discuss with you guys, and how you can implement this within your business right away. Like I said, this is nothing complicated. I wanted to share this one specifically because this is something you guys can apply to do on right away. This is something you guys can do right now. Just make sure your ad creative is on point, set the campaign up right, spend a good amount on Instagram ads, and test it out to see how it works for yourself. Get the followers, message the followers, write down a script for yourself on what works for you best. start testing it right away. We've been doing this for a while, so we know what works and how to wiggle our way through those booked calls. But for you, you need to start somewhere, so make sure you do these initial steps and see how it goes for yourself. But if you're a business who wants these systems implemented for yourself, just click the link in the description, book a call with me, and we'll go over the exact strategy and approach to take for your business. Alright guys, that should be all for today's video, and I will catch you in the next one.